Hey everybody, we finally have our first Eiyuden Chronicle update after the conclusion of the very successful Kickstarter. It's not unusual for an update to happen so far after the finish of a Kickstarter because there's a lot going on that they have to get started. So priorities happen and they have to, work on stuff with the game before making an update. But we have our update. Update number 20. The update starts off with Rabbit and Bear thanking everybody and appreciating everybody's patience because they understand that going from daily updates to monthly updates can be kind of jarring. But they do follow the Discord daily and the Kickstarter comments, and they're going to continue to put out regular updates on the different media platforms. They say this last month they've been putting their full effort into the game development, and they want to share some progress with us. Then Murayama takes on the next section. The scheduled release date will be October 2022, so almost exactly 2 years from now. As expected, still a ton of work to be done on the game, like examining the system standards, incorporating them into specifications, creating graphic design plans, and making program prototypes. He goes on to say that this is a very fun time for them because it actually feels like they're making a game. What's different from the past development that they've already had user feedback in the early stage. And when they're discussing what to add to the game, there's a lot of talk about user reactions, such as the party conversation system. They're trying to figure out the best form of this system in Eiyuden since there's so many characters. And he's really enjoying the planning process of that. Last month he created 30 character profiles to include an elf, a dwarf, an android, a dragon, a freelance cook, a seasoned middle-aged swordsman, a prideful wizard. He's having a lot of fun trying to figure out how the conversations and how the experiences these guys are going to have together. As for the backer surveys, it has been delayed till November just because it's such a logistical nightmare. They have to go through so much data. And a lot of it had to do with the companion game at the $7 price point. And since they only get one chance to send out the survey, they have to make sure that they get it done perfectly. That's completely understandable when they have over 45,000 backers. We have a couple updates since we are in the Halloween season with one of our favorite added characters. Marcus the Skeleton King got a wicked updated design. The original design was just for the poll as to which character to choose, and now the artist has been able to update his design and it looks amazing. Little information about Marcus: he's from the Old Kingdom, he is 300 years old, favorite food is champagne and jelly beans. He's a man of ambition whose lust for power drove him to turn himself undead by arcane means. In times past, Marcus tried to found a kingdom for the undead, a failure that cost him dearly and put him to flight. These days, he contents himself with a single castle and a band of loyal followers who might be described as the Old Guard.
One kingdom and castle to call my own. That's all I dream of. Well, all I dream of now.
A new location was revealed for Eiyuden Chronicle. I don't know how to pronounce this. Impertiarch? This is the world that Euphorus VII calls his home. It's the home of the Sharkmans. They live in a village in the middle of the desert in a house made of sand bricks. The Sharkmans make a living by fishing for sandfish lurking in the desert, and they have sandfish fishing tools like a long harpoon and a bench with nets on it to dry the sandfish. It's a desert village, but there's even a few trees growing on it. The sharks have a legend that they once lived on a large planet filled with water. And we're introduced to a new creature from that land. This is the sandfish. It's the fisherman's prey, and it takes several sharkmen to catch it with a long harpoon. It's about 6 meters long, or the size of a small whale. The flesh underneath the hard scales is somewhat plain like a whitefish, so it's usually eaten grilled with sauce. The fins are dried, then made into a regional specialty, preserved food. We also got to take a look at the shark ship. This is the ship that the sharkmen sail on, and they're used for transportation and hunting. The sail catches the wind and surfs across the desert, and it also uses magic power from a magical lens as an auxiliary power source. Once again, following the Halloween theme, we get the introduction of a new enemy design. This is the Corpse Witch. It's a type of undead creature created by the higher undead. Individuals created by dead Countess have been found. I really like this design. It looks like she's missing a hand, got an eyeball falling out of her head. I like her weapon. I'm not sure which one I'm talking about, either the one in her hand or the one skewered through her chest. This is definitely my favorite enemy design to date. That's all we got for the update, so if you want more information on Eiyuden Chronicle, I highly urge you to join the Discord server. Not only do you get a lot of information about the game, but the community there is really tight. They're really nice people. They'll definitely make you feel at home there. I'll leave a link to the Discord in the description below. And that's all I have for you guys today. Every time we have a new update, I will make sure and put out a new video, so keep coming back for more information on Eiyuden Chronicle. And keep a lookout in November for your survey. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is the part of the video where I thank those users who support the channel through YouTube memberships and Patreon. John Westby, Door, Rick67, Travis Morton, Geode, Jason Hallbrooks, James Burkhart, Mike Muniz, Sam Torres, Yaroslav Oruzov, Andre G, Din Cardoso, Red Silvers, Craig Livesley, Lynn Mayer, James McEwen, Jeremy Mullins, Bob, Travis Is Win, Red, Philippe Guilherme Sabino, and Batman.